Greetings and hallucinations, everyone. Jonathan here, wanting to send some good vibrations to my friends and family and tribe around the world. And today just wanted to drop in, give a little live update, and share some of my reflections on the state of our planet right now and what we can do to be proactive in our approach to self-isolation and to really reintegration, integrating back into ourselves, coming into fullness and into oneness with our true state, our natural state of being, which is the state of wholeness, the state of oneness, and the state of connectedness to source and to each other, despite being on opposite sides of the planet, and in many cases, despite being isolated in our own spaces. I think that this is really a time for us to practice going in and really checking in with what it is that we're being called to take action on and create in this phase of our lives. Because, over the past week, I started seeing the first cases of people with the flu symptoms in Costa Rica. And I was practicing some ethical distancing and just being conscious about that, and kind of jokingly doing the whole Chinese kicking the foot thing. But then, as I started to make my way up from Costa Rica back up to the US, I started to see more and more cases and was really being mindful around, just breathing into my own, breathing into a piece of fabric. And as it got, as I finally got to the US, it just kind of hit. And I started to see the energy shift everywhere that I went. And when I went into meditation and kind of separated myself from everyone, I started to reflect on what is happening on our planet right now. What is the planet trying to tell us, right? Because we are a reflection of the planet. We're made of 70% water. Our bodies are made of 70% water. Our planet is covered in 70% water. The rise and fall of our breath is like the rise and fall of the tide, and we have this red hot lava blood inside of our bodies, and we have these black cosmic black holes in our eyeballs. And so this is we are a reflection, and so we can ask ourselves, what is the world, what is the planet calling for, and what is it really yearning for, and what is this sign, right? Because when we get sick, it's a sign that we need to stop and we need to heal. And so I'm curious to hear from everyone out there, what is it that you feel? What is your interpretation? What is it that you're receiving as far as how can we best take action as a global consciousness? But what I wanted to share today is that what I really tuned into is that we have been over-consuming resources on our planet. We have been, striving for this kind of globalization, this ability to systemize everything and create this global system where, we can have whatever we want on demand, within 2 days. I want it at my door, and that's just not necessarily the most sustainable approach to creating a sustainable ecological ecosystem on our planet. There's something powerful about creating local systems, local ecosystems within our own communities that is going to give us more longevity and more resiliency in our communities. And so that's what I want to explore today and discuss. I also want to just share a little bit about my own practices and how I'm pivoting and shifting, because in entrepreneurship, this idea of pivoting is where you will say that you're coming up with that you have a new idea, you have a new business venture, and instead of going and investing $1 million into it, you create a prototype, right? You create your prototype and you test it out. You go and you share the prototype with your target audience. You say, hey, what do you think about this? You get feedback, and then you decide, am I going to say yes to this initiative? Is this in alignment? Is this a resonant pathway, a resonant timeline with my target audience, or am I going to stop and pivot and then try a different approach? And I in my meditation this morning, I had this download, and it was this idea of the great pivot of 2020. And this great pivot reflects the pivot that we are about to see in our global humanity, our global civilization, because what I think that we're about to really start to to experience is the great shift that we have all been calling in. The shift of saying, like, we want a sustainable, equitable planet. We want to create more sustainable ecosystems. And, we're kind of doing it, like we're buying our sustainable, bamboo yoga pants, but we haven't necessarily, made shift happen to the point where we're actually like really prioritizing locally sourced products and, minimizing the amount of plastic, wrapping that we're, consuming from products, and actually being mindful of that. We're just unconsciously buying things because we can, because it's available, because it's stocked on the shelves. But if you go to the shelves now, guess what's not stocked? That's right, just about everything. I mean, I haven't actually been down there since the pandemic happened. I've just been kind of, in a travel mode, and now going more yin and staying in my space and reflecting and going deep into meditation and really taking the time to cultivate my internal reality with a deep faith, knowing that everything is going to work out for the greatest good. And that statement can also be taken in a multitude of different ways, because I understand and I acknowledge the fullness of this experience in a sense of there are people who have diseases and are in critical condition, and a flu can be the thing that puts them over the edge and could end up taking their life. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that the flu is what killed them, but it means that their immune system and their body was already at risk, and this is what pushed them over the edge. And I also acknowledge that I have been to Beijing 3 times, and every time I go to Beijing, I want to leave Beijing before I even get there, because when you land in Beijing, you land into a cloud of smog. And when you walk down the road, you can feel the smog on your eyeballs. It's crazy. It's so intense. And every time I go there, like, I'm a freaking diehard activist. If you know me, you would know that, like, I have run multiple beach cleanups. I've marched against Monsanto. I have, picketed at the freaking state saying, hey, we need to divest from oil, and I'm that type of person who gives a fuck. But at the same time, when I go to these countries like Jakarta, Indonesia, where it's like, thousands, you're at a red light waiting in a line of thousands of mopeds breathing in this stuff. It's like, this is destroying our planet as we speak. And then you hear these stories of like how big factory farms are taking over land, and they're in the Amazon, and they're ripping out the rainforest, and we're like digging deeper and deeper and deeper into the rainforest, and we're losing the rainforest in its healing capacity for the purification of the atmosphere. But then at the same time, we're opening up humanity to new types of environments where maybe there's certain types of viruses that we've never come in contact with before, and now we get exposed to those through bats or through animals or through whatever it is. Or maybe maybe we're just creating these environments that are just unhealthy, and what I'm getting at here is that we have created a life for ourselves on a global scale that is unsustainable, and now the world is speaking up, and the planet, Mama Gaia, Mother Earth, is saying enough is enough. Everyone go to your room right now. You're grounded. You're busted, right? And we needed this. We needed this to happen in order to stop the system. The system was out of control, right? The financial system, we're at the beginning of a great crash, but you know what? I believe in us. I know that we're going to pull this off, but I also have seen, photos of people who are starving and people who are living paycheck to paycheck and don't have the ability to feed their family. And so this is part of the reality. This is part of our responsibility as light leaders, as light workers, as luminaries, as light twerkers. Hey, this is our responsibility to step up. This is our time to step into our power and not be victims. And I open up Facebook, and all I see is this whole victim mentality of everyone being in reaction mode and saying, oh, like, I'm going to be in the fear mindset and I'm going to go stock up on toilet paper and whatever I need. And like that whole narrative, like, I get it, and I've been tuning into it, and I've been feeling it neurologically in my body, and I've been expressing these, the cortisol and the stress hormones. I've been feeling it inside of my body and witnessing the story, but at the same time, I'm not participating. I'm choosing right now, in this moment, I choose to no longer participate in the story of fear, and to take a moment to meditate and to drop in and to listen to what the universe and source and God is whispering to you through the vibration of your soul, which is the heartbeat being the vibrational unity of polarities, meaning the central chakra, where all of your life force energy is being birthed right now through every beat of your heart, universal cosmic vital energy pumping into our bodies, activating and stimulating our nervous system, tuning our bodies. And we're tuning in now. We're tuning in through the third eye, the pineal gland, that liquid crystalline superconductor. We're tuning into that. We're saying, okay, universe, we're listening. We're listening. We're dropping in. We're no longer in the old pattern, right? Now, here's the deal. This is where we level up big time, because if we were to stay on the same narrative of the old reality, if we were to be in the same storyline of like, oh, I can just get on Amazon and order what I want in 2 days and everything's okay and everything's going to be mass produced and there's enough for everyone, abundance, yay. And like, I'm just going to keep going to work and life as normal. I'm going to buy my bottle of water. I'm going to go stock up and buy 1,000 bottles of water. If we're going to be in that same mentality, that mindset is a neural synaptic network inside of your body that is going to keep you taking action in the same way. You're going to be on the same timeline. You're going to be completely disregarding what's happening, the new narrative that the world is communicating to you. The earth, Mama Gaia, is communicating to you right now saying, hey, humanity, wake the fuck up. Go to your room, meditate, create. Tune in, pray, heal your body and heal the planet now. That is the message that is coming through right now in this moment. Now, this can be hard for a lot of us who have a job where we have to go out and we have to work and we have to make money, right? And I pray to God that there are systems in place where if you don't have enough food, you can get food stamps. Or if you don't have enough food, there's someone in the local community who has an abundance of food and will share their food with the local community. I have faith in us. I have faith in humanity. And you know why I have faith in humanity? Because I have faith in myself. And I have faith in the community of the people that I surround myself by. The light workers and the luminaries, the people who are conscious entrepreneurs and creators that I have been hanging out with for the past decade. All of those people, all the people who are watching this video right now, you're watching this with me because you know what I'm talking about. We can't wait for Donald Trump's sick ass to go and do something for us. We need to create the new systems that are going to generate sustainable experiences for humanity. This is a massive opportunity right now. This is huge. This is the biggest entrepreneurial opportunity on the face of the planet. I'm just sitting here watching the markets crash and I'm like, ooh, when am I gonna invest a little bit of money? Like Bitcoin's at $5,000 right now. Yes, you know that's gonna double in a couple of months, a year, especially with how the markets are going right now, you guys. We gotta exchange money. I know that everyone's pulling their money out right now and holding on to their fiat it's gonna, they're gonna hold on to it and the markets are gonna crash and, that's what's happening. But guess what? It's gonna get reinstalled. It's only the flu. Let's, remember that. It's only the flu. If you feel like you're getting sick, go to the fucking sauna. And the virus can't survive in hot areas. So there you go. Just get rid of it, Drink your ginger tea. Dr. John says ginger tea, fresh ginger shredded with the shredder, the cheese shredder. Garlic, crush some garlic. Lemon, half squeeze of lemon. Turmeric shaved, similar. And then a crack of some sea salt. And then a little bit of honey for you to make it sweet. So put that in your bong and smoke it. Some CBD would help, some shaking and some dancing, whatever you need. Some breath work. I've been doing a lot of breath work. And now for y'all who are watching right now on Thursday, now this is where it gets freaking epic, all right? Thursday is the spring solstice, and I am hosting my quarterly strategy summit where we basically team up with people from around the world and we create a strategy for the next 3 months, because it's the day of spring, right? That's the perfect time to drop into meditation, say, okay, universe, where do you want me to go? What do you want me to create in the next 3 months? And we're gonna do this together on Thursday, and I want to direct you to my Facebook page, and I'll put a link, but you can just go to my Facebook page, and there's that photo of me like sitting at a chair. It says, manifest your future. Is that like super cliche? Is that just like, oh my God, whatever? Or is that like the most epic thing that we could possibly be doing right now? Because if you're not, you're just gonna be manifesting more garbage in your newsfeed. So it's we're calling this Spring Equinox Online Mastermind. Basically, it's free. We're just gonna link up. It's in the Quantum Creators group as well. And so if you're not in the Quantum Creators group, go check that out. I'm gonna post this right now in the comments here so that you have access to it. Boom, there it is. So basically what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be dropping into meditation this week leading up to the equinox. And spring equinox is coming. This is a big shift in our planet, and this is a really beautiful time to be doing this work. This is also a really powerful time for this whole scenario that's unfolding to happen, because this is the spring. This is when we have new vital life force energy. We can heal this thing, you guys. We do not have to be at the will of the story that is unfolding from all these scientists. I'm hearing it. They're saying it's going to double like every day, and I'm seeing it happen. I'm seeing it happen. But this is why it's so important for us to level up our capacity as conscious creators, as spiritual beings, as practitioners of consciousness, doing the work. We can either tune into the fear story, we can tune into the old story, we can tune into what the media is telling us, as we always learned not to do, right? Haven't we learned that lesson since Donald Trump and all that garbage? We're still learning. It's just a big thing. I'm just waiting for them to be like, oh, we found the cure. It's just this perfect little shot, and everyone's required to do it, and it only costs us a little bit of money, but someone's going to make billions and billions of dollars on it. I wonder who that person's going to be, and I'm curious to see who's on their board of directors and who's the person that solved the problem and what their history was. That's a different story. I'm also kind of a hardcore conspiracy theorist. That's a different story. We won't go there, right? I'm going to stick with the Mama Earth. Mother Earth is saying, hey, everyone, chill the fuck out, all right? This is time for us to heal the planet. I'm going to stick with that narrative for now. But like in all actuality, you guys, I really, truly, deeply feel that this is exactly what we need in order to heal the planet, to create more localized ecosystems, smaller like microcosm ecosystems. And that's what I'm really excited to tune into, because I was actually originally planning to go to Bali for Ecstatic Awakening Retreat. And right now, as it stands, it's still happening, that no announcements have been made to change that. And so, but I gotta also see if I'm gonna be able to get into Bali, at this point. So I'm also feeling, it's like what is emerging, what is going to be this next chapter. And I've always felt called to be in community, and to be living on the land, and to like have the dope recording studio and media lab that's like in the eco space with all my tribe, my crew, and we're just like making amazing music. And if that's something that you feel called to be a part of, hit me up, let me know. I got my eyes on a few different spots right now. A few different emerging opportunities are happening. But the beautiful thing is that there is so much land on our planet. There's so much space. There's an abundance of resources. We are not like running out of resources. Like my brother and business partner, Robin Bloom recently published a thing on his Facebook, providing some really great things that you can do to, you know, kind of combat this scenario. And one of the things that I love was he, you know, shared like some of the different plants that you can plant that start growing in like a few days, including but not limited to snow peas, lettuce, kale, radish, and broccoli. Top 10 plants grown now in California: tomatoes, peppers, squash, cucumbers, carrots, beans, lettuce, sweet corn, watermelon, radishes. I mean, it sounds like my kind of party. So get that fresh micronutrients in your body. Today, you know, I've been like doing my normal like intermittent fasting where I'm just, you know, drinking coffee and lemon water in the morning, and then I drink my superfood smoothie. If you're not on the Purium train yet, definitely hit me up. I would love to be your brand distributor for some bomb-ass Purium. I mean, honestly, I've tried a lot of other products for my superfood smoothies, and Purium is the best, hands down. Tastes the best. It's like every day I get my own like freaking delicious morsel of superfood that just nourishes my microbiome. And like, if you're eating garbage, if you're eating shitty food, you're gonna feel shitty. And so I just really encourage you to make the leap into creating a more sustainable diet. I think that it's a wise decision to work with Purium in a sense that like we can source our micronutrients on a daily basis no matter what, and you can put it in a smoothie with, I put it in with bananas and dates and almond butter and like freaking some like coconut milk. It's the best. It's so bomb, and it's just really good to have a strong microbiome. So I want to just tune in with everyone and see if this is resonating with you. If you have any questions for me, I'm just freestyling here today, but I'm definitely going to be doing more this week leading up to Thursday, because I want to spread the word about the spring equinox vision creation, create your life and business strategy. We're going to basically be creating a timeline for the future. We're going to be tuning into meditation. We're going to drop in. If you don't already know, I have a program called Quantum Meditation Mastery, and this program is dope. Like, it's my favorite practice. I meditate every single day. And the goal of the program is to really tune our bodies as instruments to the quantum field, because the quantum field is a field of energy that holds everything together, but it's also the field of energy that holds all dimensions together, because there's infinite dimensions. Another way of saying that is that there's infinite future possibilities or infinite future timelines, and they all begin in this present moment right now, right? But there's this timeline thing implies like linear thinking, right? It's like, oh yeah, there's infinite lines of time. But the nonlinear quantum quotient is that right now in this present moment, there's infinite vertical dimensions, which means that you could basically, a very practical way of saying it is, in this present moment, you could be experiencing this experience emotionally in infinite different ways. So you could have an emotional experience right now of trust and faith and a deep sense of fuck yeah, right? You could have a deep, like, I know that I'm going to do something great. I'm going to create an entrepreneurial venture that is going to sustain me and help sustain the planet. And I feel that in my heart, and I'm gonna use my willpower to create this reality starting in this moment now. Right? Or you could be in the mindset of like, oh no, do I have enough toilet paper? Am I gonna run out and not be able to wipe up my own subconscious bullshit, right? So we have a choice. And I want to hang out, I want to talk, I want to co-create with people that want to build solutions for our planet. I'm a solutionary. I'm a creative entrepreneur. I believe in entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is what got us into this freaking mess. Well, I mean, that along with 7 billion people in a globalized, commercialized ecosystem. But really, I feel that entrepreneurship is what is going to heal our planet. Creative ideas, creative innovations, and the will to bring it to the world. The drive and the willingness, but also I wrote this word down earlier, the conviction. The conviction to say, you know what, enough is enough. And I'm talking to the women out there. I'm talking to the ladies who have been suppressed for so long and are finally rising up, are finally speaking out, are finally stepping into their power. And it's your turn to represent Mama Gaia. It's your turn to say enough is enough. We need this new solution. Men, we can't say no to that. You know, like, we need women, and we will do whatever you tell us to do. So please tell us to do something. Please harness that beautiful energy that you have to bring great transformation to our planet. And men, we need you right now to step into your dharma, to step into your power, to step into your sacred masculinity. And to say, you know what, enough is enough. I'm no longer going to be subconsciously destroying my mind by looking at disgusting pornography. I'm not going to sit here in my room and masturbate to the thoughts of some illusion like I'm not good enough or whatever it is. We need our men, our sacred brothers, to step into their power and say, enough is enough. We need sustainable solutions for our planet, and we, the brotherhood of men, are standing up for Mama Gaia. We're here to protect our planet. Can I get an aho? Right? This is it. This is our call. We have been commissioned by Mother Earth to create a work of art, a future that is so beautiful, so sustainable, so equitable, so harmonious, that it is regenerative. And regenerative ecosystem, a regenerative business model is something that for every time that you sell something, you plant a tree. Like, that's cooked into your business model. For every time that we do this, you know, every time with Ecstatic Awakening, Rania had the beautiful vision of, for every time you buy a ticket to Ecstatic Awakening, we will donate a percentage of that to basically somebody gets their eyesight back in this organization in India, where there's young women who and men who are blind, and there's a surgery, a simple surgery that they can get to get their eyesight back, and for every ticket we sell, someone gets their vision. Like, it's so beautiful, you know what I mean? And so we are being commissioned by Mother Earth. We are being called to action by the universe to step into power and to come into our spiritual power. And when I say spiritual power, what I mean is to come into alignment with the power of the universe, to come into alignment with a greater vision and a greater understanding of the laws of nature. This is like biomimicry, which I like to talk about a lot. Biomimicry is how engineers and architects will design a building based on the movements of nature, right? Like pi, or the Fibonacci sequence, those sacred geometric shapes that you see when you take a little, you know, something like, I'm doing this because I'm implying that I'm taking some sort of thing that might potentially give me the ability to see beyond the veil. Seeing beyond the veil of all of the fear, seeing beyond it and saying, okay, just beyond this great fear is great transformation. And breathe into that. Let's take a moment to just drop in. Closing our eyes and take a deep breath. Right now in this moment, we let go of any stories of fear, that things are not going to work out. We let go of any stories that the media is driving into our subconscious mind. And right now in this moment, we purify our subconscious mind by coming into a state of awareness of wholeness. We are whole right now in this moment, meaning complete in this moment, meaning that nothing is missing from this moment. Right now in this moment, we reside in a state of wholeness and completion. with great trust and knowing this, that we are in the right place at the right time right now, witnessing the unfolding of what's happening on our planet, but acknowledging that through this great shift, this great transition, something beautiful is being born. And as we bring ourselves back into the space of oneness and wholeness with the source that is within us, taking a deep breath, inhale. Suspend the breath, holding the breath, tuning into all of our needs being met. All of the resources that our communities need are being cultivated and delivered to them in the way that serves the greatest good for humanity. And that we, the people who have the opportunity, who have our needs met, are rising up to the occasion to create shift on our planet. Exhale. This is a great call right now from Mama Gaia, from Mother Earth, from our planet. The Earth is crying right now. And she is crying out to us. We are sick because our planet is sick. Our entire planet is sick and needs to be healed. And the systems that are in place right now are being upgraded to serve the planet in a greater way. Take a moment to put your hand on your heart and just take a few deep breaths of gratitude. Feeling gratitude in every single cell of your body. And let it vibrate at the speed of light with every breath. Drop in to a deep vibration of gratitude and allow it to penetrate you on a cellular level. Let gratitude flow into your subconscious, thanking our mind, thanking our ego for keeping us protected, and acknowledging that we are here now. The conscious creator is here now. And from this moment forward, we are setting a new intention. From this moment forward, we are making a new declaration to heal our planet. We are setting the intention to step into our power as conscious entrepreneurs, innovators, launching new initiatives, taking action in our community, no longer taking a back seat and buying plastic bottles because it's easy, or just having it delivered to your door, but rather calling together your group, your team, your tribe, your squad, calling together your board of directors, your board of advisors, calling together your mastermind and saying, hey, there's big things happening out there in the world, but right now in here, we got to level up here and right here, our community. One for all and all for one. We start with the microcosm of our communities. We start by analyzing what can we do. I've seen communities. I went to a conference, it was South by Southwest last year. There was a community development talk that was happening, and they showed how communities were actually ripping out the fences between their houses and building like a bigger fence around all of their houses and building their own little commune where basically it was like a normal suburban town, but they just ripped the fences out and then they planted a little garden that fed the whole community. How can we think outside of the box? How can we start building more resilient communities? Not waiting for fucking Uncle Trump to do it, but doing it ourselves. This time that we have for self-containment, for self-quarantine, there is a potential that this may take a little bit longer than anticipated, which is beautiful. This is a season of going yin. Doesn't mean that we're not going to go out. It just means that maybe, yoga class will happen outside. Or maybe ecstatic dance will happen outside. Maybe it won't happen for a while. Maybe it will happen on our phones. And that's okay. Because here's the deal, family. Here's the deal, tribe. We are being commissioned right now from Mama Gaia, from Mother Earth, to level up our skills so that we can take bigger action in the world. So that we can make shift happen in our communities. This is not a time to go into victim mentality and to become a victim to the system. This is a time to say, you know what, enough is enough. I'm stepping into my power. I'm creating an organization. I'm starting an initiative. I'm calling together my tribe right now. We're doing this. We're doing this. No more of this bullshit. And this is going to happen on a microcosm level and a macrocosm level. We're all waking up together, right? We're all waking up. We're all connected. How fucking crazy is it that thing spread that quick all over the world and it's airborne? You should have seen me at the airport, you guys. I've been flying for the last couple days. If you coughed around me, oh, you knew you didn't know you were gonna get talked to? You didn't realize I was gonna make a scene out of it? Oh, well, guess what, jackass? No, I'm just kidding, but seriously. It was really actually hilarious. The last 24 hours, the last 48, 50 hours, I was traveling from Costa Rica to Los Angeles, and I was on a bus, and I fell asleep on the bus, ended up at the border of Nicaragua at midnight, and get out of the bus, last stop, I get out of the bus with 35 people from Nicaragua, and they all start walking down this empty road that just has big shipping container trucks on both sides. They're walking down the road, and it's like a dark road, and there's nothing around. It's empty. It's just it's just empty fields, a bunch of trucks, and I'm like, okay, I guess I'm just gonna follow these people. I follow these people down. We get to the immigration office, and it's closed. Of course, it's midnight, and so I end up sleeping on the ground with a bunch of Nicaraguans at the border of Nicaragua and Costa Rica, and it was just like an ironic life experience moment. It was beautiful, and they're going through their own revolution down there. The buses were canceled because the president's trying to increase taxes by 20% down there. And they only pay 10%, right? So, oh yeah. So the government's trying to take action. The government is trying to put systems in place. They're doing their best while also, being corrupt as fuck. And we the people, we're just doing our jobs, right? But now, Mama Gaia, Mother Earth, is commissioning us like an art collector would commission an artist to paint a new picture of potentiality, to tap into our vision, to drop yin and say, okay, what is it that the world is needing right now, and how can we bring that into fruition? And I want to help you. If you have a vision that you want to bring into action, I am here to help you. I am a support system for conscious entrepreneurs and creators. We're going to be doing the next 3 months together, starting on the equinox. Anyone that wants to join, I'm flexible in the price. I just want to make sure that whoever wants to be a part of this can be a part of it. We're going to launch new initiatives. We're going to, I've got 5 nonprofits right now. 5 nonprofit organizations. We don't pay taxes. We don't pay taxes. We do things that make the world a better place, and that's our tax. I trust Uncle Sam to use tax money. I appreciate people that pay taxes and honor that we need roads to do this stuff. And I just want to acknowledge that I've been in this game of for-purpose, impact-driven nonprofit and for-profit initiatives that make a world a better place for over a decade. I started my nonprofit when I was 21 and I'm 34 now. So 13 years going strong, and wouldn't change it for a damn thing, because you know what, if you're gonna create something, why not create something that's going to be regenerative, that's going to have a positive impact, that's going to be so that's I don't know if is there any questions. I'm sorry if I missed the questions before. I've just been like flowing here. Mama Gaia has definitely been creating me for many years. Thank you so much. My 3-year-old is calling my attention now. Awesome. Appreciate y'all sticking with me for this one. This was super fun to just drop back in, and it's been a while since I've done a live. I've been super busy with retreats and stuff, and now that retreats are probably not going to happen for a while, we get to retreat ourselves and go yin. And so anyone that's feeling called to work with me, if you are interested in doing a sacred strategy intuitive life path design session and actually have me look at your business or look at your career, look at your path that you're currently on, and you want to level it up a few degrees of vibration, if you're tapping into doing some deep inner healing work, if you knew me, you would know how much deep inner healing work I've been going through since I was a kid, and feel so grateful to have gone down that initiation, that self-initiation, that and experience that rite of passage from going to a state of healing to a state of thriving. And now, having pursued my dream and my vision of having traveled the world for the past 4.5 years and been able to, experience the abundance of creation all over the planet, I feel so grateful to just like have a tribe from around the world and to know so many of you in so many different ways, and to have gone on epic adventures. And now I feel more than ever before this deep call and resonance to once again work with my fellow luminaries, light leaders, creators, people who are here to make an impact and support you in leveling up and bringing this to the world. We need all hands on deck. We need nobody leaving behind their best self for this. We need everyone to step up, to level up, to step into your power. This is the time to do it. And so let's see, just like reading our comments here, you guys. I love you so much. Thanks for hanging out with me here today. It's been a crazy few days. And let's see here. What's up, y'all? What's up, Jays? What's up, Lisa? What's up, y'all? Oh, yes. Enough's enough. Let's build things. Love you guys. Amazing. Yeah, please share this video. And also, if you feel called, would really appreciate the help if you go to my Facebook page or get the link that I posted in the comments here. If you could share this to your timeline and just say, hey, everyone, calling all creators to put new ideas and new sustainable ideas into action. We need everyone at this event. This is a very important event. We're going to be designing our strategy for the next 3 months, and we've got a pretty interesting next 3 months. So this is what I wanted to say earlier, is that we are being commissioned to create something epic on this planet, and it's going to take time to do it. Now, I know that we live in a quantum reality where time doesn't exist. I'm there, all right? I'm manifesting the shift out of my reality right now in the present moment through a feeling of ecstasy and bliss while sharing this transmission. And I also want to acknowledge that we have this beautiful opportunity to create anything in the next 3 months. 3 months is a season. 3 months is 90 days. Biomimicry, designing our life based on the movements of the cosmos. This is coming into what I call cosmimicry, mimicking the cosmos. Listening, we're going to be tuning into meditation. And if you come to this event and if you join me for the 3-month program, I'm going to give you Quantum Meditation Mastery for free. And that's going to be yours. And we're going to be going super deep into meditation. We're going to be jumping timelines. We're going to be tuning our bodies as instruments for consciousness to be made manifest at the highest degree of octave. We're going to be starting to tap into frequencies beyond the speed of light and collapsing the wave of the quantum field into 3-dimensional reality. And I'm also going to channel into your future. And that is my superpower. That is my job. I channel the future for people. And it's based on the evolution of your soul. It's based on the story of your soul. It's based on who you are as a human in this incarnation and in this lifetime. In the storyline of this world, who are you? What is your archetype? Right? You've learned about archetypes, the king, the lover, the magician, all these things. But I believe that you are an archetype. You are your own archetype. Source, God, is manifesting right now as you, and it is also experiencing your thoughts, your emotions, your perspective, your perception. All of the challenges and the fears that you're feeling, God is literally feeling all of that. It's not like chilling up there with the big beard being like, ho, 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 ho. Look at them suffering. No, it's like God is suffering with us. And it, not he, it is whole or complete or oneness. It is oneness. It is whole. There is nothing missing from this moment. And this is a big controversial subject, and so I'll just like give you a little microdose and be like, deep, oh snap, But I don't want to like trigger anybody by using the big G word, because I know a lot of people have God problems that still need to be dealt with. That's a different conversation. Hashtag God problems. You're living, your heart is beating, and you're alive, and hopefully thriving. So this 3 months is our opportunity to level up our sacred mission on this planet. What do I mean by sacred mission? I mean that the universe is expressing itself as you, and there is a potential in the quantum field where you're fully aligned, where you are walking your hero's journey, where you are walking the path of most alignment, where you're like fucking just like radiantly alive. You're like the phoenix busting out of the ashes, and you're just like, you know what? I'm alive, and I'm going to make the best use out of my life while I'm here. And we have time right now where we can go yin. We don't have to go to a university. You literally have the freaking physical manifestation of the cosmic Akash in the palm of your hand, called the World Wide Web. I actually call the internet the collective consciousness. It's like the physical manifestation of the collective consciousness, and I'm like connecting, I'm like speaking directly to the collective consciousness right now, and like sharing my heart with it meaning you, but not individualizing the collective consciousness, even though it is one, right? So maybe it is you, collective consciousness. Oh, that's kind of fun. Maybe I'll just speak, dear collective consciousness, oh, how I love you. Won't you be happy? Please be happy. It's going to be okay. We're going to get through this. We're going to get through this together. Me and you, collective consciousness. We can do it. It's just me and you. I might write a love song to the collective consciousness. Oh, collective consciousness, I love you so much. You make me happy and whole. Okay, I'm done. But seriously, like if you're friends with me, you know that I love to like just freestyle random songs about certain moments that like really doesn't make sense. Usually at inappropriate times that's like completely against the norm of what should happen. So if I could go back in time and do it again, I definitely would. So basically what I'm trying to say is that we have an opportunity to create a curriculum for our personal evolution. And when we come out of this curriculum design process, which by the way, if you didn't already know, I'm a curriculum design expert. And one of the curriculums that I helped design got adopted by the Department of Defense, the military. It was a sustainability curriculum. I also developed a curriculum for my book called Hack Your Education that got picked up by the University of Leiden in Holland and a bunch of high schools. So like basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna create your own personal transformation curriculum, and we are all going to evolve into our next level version of ourselves. This movement is like me becoming like a transformer. You'd be like, cue the dubstep. Level up. right? So it's like Mario when he eats the mushrooms. It's like, you know, it's like magic, you know. It's just like, whoa, how did that happen? It's because you made it happen. You made it happen. Don't not make it happen. Don't sit around and wait for fucking Donald Trump to make it happen, all right? Like, that's just not gonna happen. So I think I got my point across. I'm gonna stop talking about it. I'm gonna do something about it, all right? I'm gonna do it. What? What do you mean? What do you mean? Are you challenging me right now? Is this like a challenge that you're saying I'm not? Okay, that's it. I'm doing it. I'm done. I'm out. So, that being said, a couple other things that I want to share with you that we're going to be getting into in this 3-month journey is we're going to be talking about my journey of some very intimate things that I don't normally like to talk about on public. So I'll just once again give you a little microdose, but you know, topics like deep healing and transmutation of traumatic neural synaptic networks that are entrapped inside of our body, deep healing, PTSD, trauma, old storylines, blind spots, areas where you think that you got it all under control, but actually it's a freaking mess in there, right? We're going to be going deep into the subconscious. We're going to be penetrating, and we're going to be working with things that are a little edgy. We're going to be talking about sacred sexuality. We're going to be talking about your self-pleasure practice and self-pleasure rituals. We're going to be talking about tantra and some of that type of stuff. I want to share with you the stuff that I've been learning about, because I've literally just had my heart and my mind blown open this past year. If you knew me, you would know that I have been on this crazy healing journey for since I was a kid, and was abused by my gymnastics coach, and it was like this whole traumatic psychological mind fuck that caused me to be suicidal and depressed for most of my life. And so I had to heal my way out of depression. I had to heal my way out of that experience. And so this is like my magnum opus. My magnum opus, meaning the great work in alchemy. We're going to be talking about alchemy. We're going to be talking about transmutation and alchemy as a process of transmutation, and how to, I'm going to channel into your future, and we're going to create the actual strategy. We're going to create the actual timeline, the actual vision, and next level timeline. But then we're actually going to look at what's happening on a yin-internal level, on an inner level, on an inner kind of neural synaptic level, your neural pathways, those programs, the hardware and the software, things that are super important for us to really be in touch with. So this is all going to be a part of this journey. And the beautiful thing about it, if you've been in my workshops before, my Mind Lab workshops, Sacred Strategy workshops, biohacking and future mapping for leaders and luminaries, Vision Quest, Ecstatic Awakening, whatever, if you've been in any of my stuff, you know that I like to frickin' just blow our mind with the next level understanding of the nature of reality. That is my quest as a recovering Christian, someone that had, grown up in Christianity. I needed to find what truth was. That was my mission, was to find truth. And that is my journey with this mission, is to really unveil the depth of connection with Source that is available to us in every moment, and aligning that cosmic power with our sacred sexuality practice, aligning that cosmic power with our entrepreneurial ventures, and aligning that with our relational practices, and with our dharma, walking our dharma, our path of purpose, and harnessing that for our flow state practice, harnessing that for our flow consciousness practice, really coming deep into a state of oneness, and acknowledging that yes, there is great challenge happening on our planet, and through this is the moment where the diamond is created from extreme pressure and heat, as it's compressed, right, over time. We're going to be compressing our minds and our consciousness over time. We're going to be tapping in to the next level of our reality. And I invite you to join me, y'all. Let's do it. Let's be it. Let's breathe it. And we'll be doing some breath work, and we'll be doing some, some other stuff like that. I've got all the things that I'm excited to share with you guys. It's gonna be epic. And then maybe we'll meet up in person, and we'll have these like state-of-the-art like breathing machines where we and then we'll have like jumpsuits, right? Like neon colored like LED jumpsuits, and we'll be we'll have like name tags that are like LEDs, and it's programmed, and then we can come and hang out together, and it'll be like super intimate, right? And we'll have like super soakers filled with bleach, and we'll just spray each other down. It'll be awesome, just like old times. So bad. Too soon. Oh my God, Jesus, hallelujah. Okay, I think I'm gonna wrap it on that one. Oh my God, I'm just watching the replay on my computer right now. It's ridiculous. All right, I love you guys so much. Thanks for hanging out with me and talking with me and chilling with me. Stay tuned. We'll be doing more of these, probably at 11:11 on the daily, and we're gonna keep it weird for y'all. So, yeah, lots of love and aloha. See you in the flow, and until then, keep yourself in your home. Try to keep yourself alone, but stay connected through the intertwined vine of that worldwide shine in which you can align, or you can decide to no longer align and go deep and tap into the divine, because that's who you are. You are one with the stars, made from the elements. That is who you are. So if we align with the flow, then we'll know where to go, and through this great transition, we will align with the flow. Yo. Much love, y'all. Peace.